Discipline feels heavy, guys, especially when you're emotionally dysregulated. When you're dysregulated, which unfortunately a lot of people in society are, man, it just comes across as your emotions being able to fluctuate here and there with things that don't make sense to provoke that type of emotion. So all of a sudden you're just doing your same everyday work. However, you're feeling so emotional more than usual about it, and you don't understand why that may be. And that's due to dysregulation. And that can happen, guys, in many ways. One of the biggest ways, man, is just your sleep. Sleep genuinely is the biggest deterrent to emotional dysregulation. Getting the proper sleep, going to sleep at the same time every day, and waking up at that same time every day. That truly is the key to regulating yourself, man. Whenever I have bouts of, let's say, stronger emotions that don't really have the same sense, or let's say having more irritable feelings, those are due to that, man, to going to bed at a different time at inopportune times and waking up in disarray all over the place. So how does that play into discipline, guys? Well, the thing with discipline is, okay, it's difficult. That's the nature of it. Challenging. But of course, anyone can be disciplined. And the thing is, for the people who are really, let's say, high achievers in this and who are really productive towards their goals, I'm sure you guys know that even to those people, and I include myself here, that there is a point when your body, mind, everything is just, okay, you're done. You know what I mean? Like, it's done. Because willpower is a muscle, just as discipline is. And ultimately, you reach a point when your body says, hey, that's enough discipline for now, and it forces you into getting rest in that moment, right then and there. The thing is, if you are dysregulated, that moment is going to come a lot more frequently than it would be if you were regulated. And it literally acts as an impediment in you doing the things that you need to do and the disciplines that you need to do and have. Because when you're emotionally out of tune, your body needs to do things to get in tune. So it's going to say, okay, what can I take from to give me this? And since discipline in and of itself, in a way, is structure. It's a form of structure, right? Because when you're being disciplined, structurally, you're doing something that is difficult and is a pillar. So you're disciplined with training. Okay, so in that discipline, you're being structured. So it's in and of itself, it's a form of structure, right? So your body says, okay, well, emotionally, we don't have structure. So let's take structure from somewhere else. Okay, so now you're using your discipline to regulate your emotions. And now that's taking away from your day. It's taking away from your ability to do the work that you have to do. It's putting you in an uncomfortable position. And being uncomfortable is good. However, there are periods when that's not ideal. When you're doing work, that's not ideal. So that is something that you have to really emphasize, man. Your discipline muscle will not function the same if you're dysregulated. If you are not taking full care of yourself, especially emotionally, how do you surmise to be able to get the work and achieve your goals and the tasks that you have at hand? How would that be feasible? It's not. And so, something that I've truly learned, guys, is everything in your life, in reality, man, a big part of it relies around this emotional dysregulation. And in this case, what you want to do, which is be regulated. And the quickest way to become regulated is literally to go to bed within the same window. And I understand that a lot of us work and are students and have things in life that can impede that from us going to bed at that window on any given night. The thing is, that is the key. And just like, okay, you had to go to bed later because, oh, you have to do this work assignment. Okay, well, I tell you this. If you change that, friend, and use the discipline there in order to create a moment in your day to do that work so that you're not reaching around and staying up, forcing yourself up late because you didn't have the discipline earlier in the day to do the work, then you'll be able to get to bed on time, and that will regulate you and your life. Because you need discipline, friend. I have to be honest. I don't know anyone who is a high achiever, who is successful, who isn't disciplined in at least one domain of their life. It's one of the most important muscles, especially as a man. And even looking at it now, I mean, that's women as well, too. Discipline is vital, friend. And being regulated is vital. Every area in your life, brother, because then you're, okay, let's play the game. So you're emotionally dysregulated. Okay. So now you being emotionally dysregulated isn't allowing you to be as disciplined with the things that you need to do and with your role in your house, in society. Okay. So now what does that do? All right. So let's say you're making less money now due to this. Oh, because you're dysregulated and you're not as disciplined. So in reality, that's a clear, let's say, outcome that can occur. Okay, so you're not making as much money. All right, now also, you being dysregulated, now your relationships are suffering because let's say you're lashing out or you're being more irritable and people don't want to be around you. Okay, so that's another thing. All right, and due to those relationships, now your life is in disarray and you're not enjoying your life. And due to you not enjoying your life, you're no longer enjoying your time with yourself. And due to you not enjoying your time with yourself, the world feels that, and the world will give you the requisite feeling to what it is that you're feeling internally. It'll be reflected onto you. I submit to you this. Take full ownership of your own emotional regulation, friend. Make sure that you regulate your life, because discipline is not something that you can live without. It is something absolutely vital. And it is something that if you don't have it, you won't have success. You won't have the life you wish to have. Even if you want to have a, let's say, an average life, so to speak, or a decent life, okay. You won't have that without any form of discipline. You need it. You need to have your non-negotiables, okay. And you know what is a new non-negotiable, guys? Going to sleep at an adequate time. Going to sleep at the same time and waking up at the same time every day. That's a new non-negotiable now that has been unlocked. So if anything that you've heard, the reading, the working, awesome, brother. But at the end of the day, what's the point of having all the funds, everything that you wish, if you can't even be alive or have a decent enough life to even enjoy it, friend? How do you expect to have prospering relationships when that's not something that you are focusing on? Your own health. This needs to be priority. Not priority 2 and not priority 3. Your emotional regulation needs to be priority 1. Be the rock that those around you follow. And be he who people can lean on. Be he who is disciplined. There's a time to, hey, use your willpower muscle because you weren't able to sleep. Sure, friend, I understand that there's exceptions to any rule. The thing is, in general, you should be regulated to an extent. But in general, if you're going to bed late and you're waking up at different times, oh, this time I woke up at 8, oh, this time I woke up at 10, oh, this time I woke up at 12. Sure, friend, I'm sure it can seem as if your life is going okay and everything, but you're not going to fool me, brother. Because I care about you. I don't care about the outcomes. Okay, outcomes, cool. But how are you feeling, friend? Because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. So you could be grinding all this for the millions. Oh, for my family, for my family. Right, but brother, when you leave this earth, your family doesn't exist anymore, at least not to you. You came in by yourself, you leave by yourself. Your family, unfortunately, and God forbid, could be gone at any moment. It's just you. And you're going to enjoy your family more when you enjoy yourself more. And you are going to enjoy your family more when your family enjoys being around you more. And how do you be that person that your family wants to enjoy time with? It's by being regulated. It's by sitting there and truly doing the requisite work every day. And guys, I'm not even asking you to climb Mount Everest, for example, friends. All that I'm saying here is to have this one rule of thumb that you follow. And it's this: go to bed within the same window. Not even at one particular time period. I have a window, and the goal is to go at the same time, but just give yourself a window. So let's say in my case, I go to bed between 9 and 10 p.m. and I wake up between 4:30 and 5:30. So in your case, if you go to bed, let's say later, between 10 and 11, okay, and you wake up between 6 and 7, perfectly fine. Because the time doesn't matter as long as you're waking up in the window. Even if you have to go to bed late one day, because of course exceptions exist, wake up within the window and then go back to sleep, because you want to keep your circadian rhythm intact. Because if not, you're just going to be all over the place, friends. So that's really important, guys, because you'd be surprised the level of issues in your life that will be resolved once you go to bed at the right time and once you're just regulated, friend. You'd be surprised completely as to just the amount of changes that you will see take place in your life due to that. So many, man. So many changes. All from that one action of getting in bed at the right time, and of waking up at the right time, and of being consistent with it. It's not about watching this video and hearing me, you know what, this guy here, he has a point. And then you do it for a day. Oh, you know, it was a bit uncomfortable. I'm going to go back to my rhythm. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, friend. And the thing is, if you do that, it's only going to affect you. It's not going to affect me. It's going to affect you. And we are all, let's say, equals in terms of our value on the planet. Okay, we're all humans. We're equal in that. Now, where we separate ourselves in terms of success and things is by doing the difficult things, man. Life is going to be difficult in and of itself. It's difficult to be poor. It's difficult to be emotionally dysregulated, as it is difficult to be the person that can become emotionally regulated. So choose your level of difficulty. Because if you really did a pros and cons list, I can vehemently tell you that the side that has being emotionally regulated has more benefits than the one of being dysregulated. If there's one thought, guys, that I have for you, is why not start today? Take care, guys.